Good morning, students. Hi, everyone. Myself, Varsha ma'am, along with you with the science numericals. I hope that you remember that we are doing science chapter number 1, motion, and that we are carrying these days the numericals. We already know that numericals are very much necessary for the upliftment of your brain. Even for the logical power, for increasing your logical power, this is the thing that we are having, which is utmost important. So today we are going to study a few numericals. Try to recall last time what we did. We did that average speed is not the average of the speed. That is, we had done last time that when you are given two distances, suppose distance d and it is going with speed v1 then with speed v2, then you get the average of the speed as 2v1 v2 upon v1 plus v2. As I said, it is a matter of caution that you have to remember that the distance is same. If the distance is not same and you are applying the formula, then what happens? That we are going to discuss with one example. Okay, the question is over here. That is, on a 100-kilometer track, a train travels first 30 kilometer with the uniform speed of 30 kilometer per hour. So, we are talking about the journey of a train. As it is said that on a 100-kilometer track, a train travels the first 30 kilometer at the speed of 30 kilometer per hour. So this is a 100-kilometer long track. Train is traveling the first 30 kilometer at the speed of 30 kilometer per hour. Then the next part that is given is how fast must the train travel the next 70 kilometer so that its average comes to be 40 kilometer per hour. Now, the next 70 kilometer per kilometer, it will move with what speed so that average speed becomes so that the average speed is 40 km per hour for the entire trip. What generally students do, I am telling you, in spite of saying so many times, they apply this formula, average speed is equals to 2 into v1 upon v2 upon v1 plus v2. Then they try to keep v1 as 30 and then they try to find out v2. But this is a wrong way to do. Okay, there I had said that the distance is same, then you have to apply the formula. Okay, here I will show you how this sum, when you are calculating and you are getting the next speed as some particular value, then how they are differing from each other. We'll go here manually how you are going. You know that for this particular first 30 km per hour, 30 km it is taking time, say t1. Okay. So, first find out average, you know this formula, average speed is total distance travelled upon total time taken. First I will tell you how can you solve the whole of the numerical, and that using that steps we can find out. If you are getting any kind of hint that how can we solve this kind of numerical, then just I am giving you 1 minute to think that, because 1 minute is more than enough. Just 1 minute, think how will you do the numerical. You are having the average speed, you want to find out this v, you cannot apply the direct formula 2v1 v2 upon v1 plus v2. What will be the way you will be solving the numerical? What will be the way you will be solving the numerical? Just close your eyes and think about that all stages. First, what will you do? Then what will you do? I am going to say all these things, but 1 minute for you. Think. Okay. The thing that you have to do is first find out total time. From that total time, you'll get this time. Subtract that time and calculate the time that is needed for this, and then divide this 70 by that particular time, you'll get the speed. Okay, because to find out speed, what do you need is distance and time. How can you get this time if you are having the total time? How will you get the total time over here? From the total time, you'll subtract this time. This is what is the sum that we are going to do. If you have understood, then do it on your own, and if you're not, then be over here with me. I am going to do it. So what is the average speed today? 40. Is equals to, what is the total distance? 100. Total time taken is, suppose, say t. So t is equals to 100 upon 40. When you see 0, you know, you get a very good feeling. 0, 0, jo jai. It's 10 upon 4, which is 5 upon 2. That is 2.5. 2.5 hours is the total time it is taking. Okay. 2.5 hours is the total time it is taking for the entire journey. Now, total time for this is 2.5. What will be the time for the very first one? Time taken to travel 30 kilometer is, use again the fact, speed is distance upon time. What is the speed per day? 30 kilometer per hour. What is the distance traveled? It's again 30. Time taken is, say, suppose T1. So T1 will be 30 by 30. And this is the one that you like a lot, and you means really the things that when the numerator and denominator is same, you get a very good feeling. Even I'm getting it right now. You get the time as 1 hour. Now if for the whole of the journey, time taken is 2.5 hours, for this much slot it is 1 hour, how much will be this much time? It is 1.5 hours. Okay. I hope you are understanding. It's 1.5. So, speed, second speed will be the distance traveled upon time for the second speed, that is, suppose, say, V2. What you are having the distance traveled as? 70. What is the time? 1.5. That is 700 upon 15 kilometer per hour. You can divide it, okay, you can divide this 700 by 15 and you can calculate the particular value. So this is how you get the second speed. Okay, and this is not, I did this sum today in the beginning only because I wanted you to make you understand how when the distance is varying, you cannot apply the same formula. That is of that 2v1, v2 upon v1 plus v2. If you just calculate that, I am saying you, this is what children monopolies, what is what the students do, and it is the wrong thing that you are doing. What they do? 40 is equals to 2 into v1, that is 30 km per hour, and v2 they will find out upon 30 plus v2. And then they'll carry forward. Here you can cut this. Okay. So 4 into 30 plus v2 is equals to 6 v2. They solve this numerical, they get the v2 and they become very happy. But this is wrong. So this is what I am saying you. Don't go for the method. The very first thing that strike is do by this method. But don't do that. Okay. Small mistakes, if you'll make then your whole of the numerical will be wrong. So this is what I am saying. Do not do this. Don't do this. Okay. Move it this way. We are having 2 minutes time to copy the content. After you copy the content, we'll move further with the next particular numerical. Complete it in the next 2 minutes. copy it so that we can move further. Then we'll move for the speed of 3 particular speeds. How in 3 speeds it is varying, and then we'll discuss 1 or 2 more numericals also, as in how the time permits. These are just the speed, distance, and that. Basically the 3 equations of motion that sums not attached only. We'll try to do that kind of sums, and these are the sums where students generally face problem. The next, the 3 equations of motions वाले जो sum होते हैं, इन sums में generally बच्चों को थोड़ी दिक्कत होती है. These are like very easy ones. Still we are in the level 1, but one of the question of level 2 we did already, that was that average of the speed is not the average of the speed. Average speed is not the average of the speed. So this is clear, I suppose. Last few seconds, then I'll wrap the board, and then we'll move further for the 3 distance and the 3 different speeds. The timer says now it's time up. So next, particular numerical. Some of you might have tried about the 3 speeds. Okay, the question is over here. A person travels first x kilometer with the speed of u kilometer per hour. Next x kilometer with the speed of v kilometer per hour, and the next x kilometer with the speed of w kilometer per hour. Now calculate average speed. Here you are having 3 different speeds, u, v and w, and then you have to find out the whole average. Okay, so generally what is the average of all the 3 speeds? I'm not asking you average speed. Average of all the 3 speeds is u plus v plus W upon 3. But no, we'll not get that answer. Let's see what answer we are getting. First of all, we'll draw a very neat and clean diagram. Whenever you're having the numerical, draw the diagram, things becomes very easy for you. Here it is going with the speed of u kilometer per hour. Here it is going with the speed of v kilometer per hour. Here it is going with the speed of w kilometer per hour. And you know that average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. You know that the total distance is x kilometer plus x kilometer plus x kilometer. That is 3x kilometer. Here you don't have time t1, time t2 and time t3. I just want that time t1, t2, t3. I'll put the values and then I'll solve it. This is how we are going to do the sum. Whenever you get any numerical, still I am saying, try to think in your brain, how will you solve this numerical? Don't just haphazardly start on it. Okay? You should have some kind of thinking in your brain, and whenever you are doing the numerical, don't have any kind of phobia. Okay? Daro mat. Before the question attacks on you, you attack on the question. Come on, love, I'll do it. Just jot down the values that are given and try to apply at least one formula. First time, in the first attempt, you may get wrong answer, but in the next attempts, you will definitely get the correct answer. And you may not face any kind of problem. There are some kind of questions in physics which are up till today not solved at all. Many good physicians are not able to solve some of the physics questions. So, every time it doesn't mean that if you feel like that I'm not able to do this sum and you get demoralized. Have only one kind of attitude for numerical, that is attacking attitude. Attack on the question, okay? Don't attack on the things that are around you, okay? Attack on the question, it will become very easy. Any question, convert it into your mother tongue. If your mother tongue is Gujarati, convert it into your mother tongue in your brain. Gujarati mach bolvanu. Actually, I'm not allowed, but I'm trying to explain you can just convert it in your mother tongue. કે પેલા x કિલોમીટર છે એ u સ્પીડ થી જાય છે, પછીના x કિલોમીટર છે એ v સ્પીડ થી જાય છે, અને પછીના x કિલોમીટર એ w સ્પીડ થી જાય છે, તો આપણે એવરેજ સ્પીડ ગોતવાની છે. You have to try to understand each and every question like this. If your mother tongue is Sindhi, convert it in Sindhi. Whichever is your mother tongue, convert it in that particular language. The question, in your brain, it will become very easy. These are like the word problems. Come back to the question, average speed, that is total distance traveled upon total time taken. Without wasting much of our time, we'll see how the total distance traveled is 3x, x plus x plus x. Coming to the total time taken, it is t1 plus t2 plus t3. Now I want the values of this t1, t2 and t3. So how can I get the value of t1, t2 and t3? I'll do that over here. In this particular part, we will be doing how we will be getting t1, t2 and t3. Just over here. But what is the very first speed? U. Okay. And what is the distance traveled? X. I am applying speed is equals to distance upon time. So U is equal to x upon t1. This implies that t1 is equals to x upon u. This is the equation 1. Same way, t2 will be, so thus I try to say it, v is equal to x upon t2. So, you are having t2 as x upon v. This is the second time t2. Now, the next particular timing, that is the third time t3. T3. We are now going to understand how t3 came. We know that u is equals to x by t1. Similarly, w will be equal to x by t3. So, you can write t3 as x upon w. Why? Because over here, t3 is x by w, w is x by t3. So, t3 can be written as x by w. So, let's replace this particular values. That is 3x upon what is t1 equal to? X by u plus what is t2 equal to? X by v plus what is t3 equal to? X by w. So, here is how we replace the value of t1, t2 and t3. Now, can you see the common element over here in this x by t1, x by u, x by v and x by w? What is the common element over here? It's x. So here you have 3x upon x in bracket 1 upon u plus 1 upon v plus 1 upon w. This is how you can take the x common. Once the x gets common out, here x and x will get cancelled out. X, jo jai, what remains is over here. This is equal to 3 upon 1 upon u plus 1 upon v plus 1 upon w. Now, how to take the LCM? You are having all the three as different terms, u, v and w. So, the LCM will be u, v, w. So, 3 upon a blank, and in the denominator you have u, v, w. What is present over here? U. So, other two elements will come over here, that is v into w. Plus, here I have v. So, other two elements will come, that is u into w. Plus, here I have w. So, other two elements, that is u into v will come. Okay? I hope that the concept is clear. Now, this u, v, w will go over here. So, what do you have as the final answer? The final answer over here is this. That is 3 u, v, w divided by v, w plus u, w plus u, v. So, this is how you get the average of the speed when you are having three different speeds, but they are traveling the same kilometer, that is x. You don't have this particular sum in your textbook, and so only the question is noted over here. There are few questions that will be coming outside the textbook, will be solving outside the textbooks, because these are necessary for you. So, a person is traveling first x kilometer with the speed of u kilometer per hour, next x kilometer with the speed of v kilometer per hour, and the next x kilometer with the speed of w kilometer per hour. You have to then calculate the average speed. So, we then started calculating the solution from here. So, x and x is the distance traveled for the first interval. It is moving the speed of u kilometer per hour, then v kilometer per hour, and then w kilometer per hour. If the distances are same, you can get the average speed as 3 uv upon vw plus uw plus uv. It is applicable even in the SI units, that is meter per second. And this is how we can get the different particular, we can get the average when you are having the different speeds. So, I hope the content is clear. In the very beginning, we saw how the average speed is not the average of the speed. Then we try to calculate it. So, I hope that the things are getting clear with you. Let's move on further with the next particular content. Next particular question. Now, we are going to move from this particular question into the basic three equations of motion. And all the three equations of motion I'll note down over here so that we'll try to understand which will be useful when we want. Let's have a look at it. So which are the three equations of motion? We know that the three equations of motion are V is equal to U plus AT. Next, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third one is V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. These are the three equations of motion. And we are going to analyze these three equations of motion. All the examples now will do on this particular three equations. Up till now we have done the basic things, and now we are going to do this particular equations based question. The question that we are doing is over here. That is, a bus is traveling at 36 km per hour, accelerates uniformly for 5 seconds to attain the velocity of 54 km per hour. Find its acceleration. Let's first jot down the basic things that are given. The thing that is given is bus is traveling at 36 km per hour. So, the initial velocity of the bus is this, 36 km per hour. Initial velocity is represented by U. Then it accelerates uniformly for 5 seconds. What is the time given to you? 5 seconds. Then to attain the velocity of 54 km per hour. So, the final velocity V will be 54 km per hour. The question is find out the acceleration. Okay. I hope the question is clear now. U is 36 km per hour, T is 5 seconds, V is 54 km per hour, and what is the acceleration? We know that V is equals to U plus AT, S is UT plus half AT square, V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. Tell me which one is more easy for us. We are having V, T and U. I want to find out A. This equation or even the basic equation of acceleration, that is A is equal to quantity. You cannot directly put these values of V and U. For that, what you have to do? You have to simply convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. That is from where we had started. That is 54 into 5 by 18. I hope you remember. And over here 36 into 5 by 18. I hope you remember that we have already done this particular type of conversion, that 1 kilometer per hour is 5 by 18 meter per second. So here, how will the 36 and 54 be cancelled? It will be cancelled like this, 18 threes are, and here 18 twos are. So what is 5 twos are? 10 meter per second. What is 5 threes are? It's 15 meter per second. So we have to calculate the acceleration. What is acceleration? Final minus initial. What is the final velocity? It's 15 meter per second. What is the initial velocity? It's 10 meter per second. Upon time, that is 5 seconds given to us. Now what is 15 minus 10? It's 5 upon 5. So the acceleration comes to 1 meter per second square. This is how we solve the first question based on equations of motion. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with this particular numerical. Let's move on to the next particular numerical. Let's read the question. A car accelerates from 6 meter per second to 16 meter per second in 10 seconds. That means that initial velocity is given to us as 6 meter per second to 16 meter per second. It is accelerating with this particular amount of time. And the time taken is 10 seconds. So t is equals to 10 seconds. Then calculate the acceleration, the very first thing that is asked. Calculate what is acceleration. And next, the distance covered by the car in that particular timing. This is how you have to note down the basic things. What will be U, V, T, A and S. Slowly you have to analyze the data. Okay, so U is 6 meter per second, V is 16 meter per second, T is 10 seconds. Acceleration and displacement needs to be found out. For finding out acceleration, again we will use the same method. That is, acceleration is equals to change in velocity upon time. What is the change in velocity? It is final minus initial upon time. Okay, so what is the final over here? 16. What is the initial over here? 6. What is the time taken? It's 10. What is 16 minus 6? Okay, what is 16 minus 6? It's 10 upon 10. So you are having again the acceleration, the same acceleration as we got in the first numerical, that is 1 meter per second square. I hope you are clear with how the acceleration came. Now moving to the next particular part, that is that finding out the distance covered. Okay, for finding out the distance that it has covered, we are having two equations, this and this. Try to think and try to use both and find out the value of S. You will get the same answer. Try it out. I am giving you 1 minute to do it. Try it out. Try it out. I am going to do it in after next 1 minute, but you have to try out. You can apply any S is equals to ut plus half at square, or v square minus u square is equals to 2as, and you will get the same answer. I can prove the same thing to you. I can prove this same thing to you. You have exactly 1 minute. Try to solve it. Just try to put the formulas and try to do it. It's very easy. Because numerical I alone cannot do. We together can do. Ma'am might be knowing, but you have to understand how to do it. You can do it by both the method, that is S is equals to ut plus half at square and v square minus u square is equals to 2as. Both of these are correct. You can use any method and you'll get the same answer. I'll show you right now. Whatever you like, you have to do. Whichever equation you feel like I'm comfortable with, you do it. If you feel okay, I can divide and everything, then you can use directly this. Okay, you'll get the same answer. Let's have a look how. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So S, what is U? 6. What is T? 10. Plus half, what is acceleration? 1. What is T square? That is 100 square, 10 square. So what is 6 into 10? 60 plus, what is 10 square? 100 upon 2. When you divide 100 by 2, what will you get? You will get 50. And what is 60 plus 50? 110 meter. This is how you got the answer of SS 110 meter. If you use this formula, then also you will get the same answer. I am still saying you, whichever formula you are using from all of these three, it will ultimately give you the same answer. You don't have to get confused. Kya ma kai formula lagadwani? You can use any one, wherever. Thoduk to vicharvanu, ke puche je su. Then you have to think that which are the things that are given to you. आपको क्या डेटा दिया गया है और आपको कौन सा इक्वेशन यूज करना है वो आपको डिसाइड करना है. घूम फिर के आंसर तो आपको आ ही जाएगा. आई एम गोइंग टू ब्रिंग दिस सेम आंसर ऑफ एस बाय यूजिंग दिस फॉर्मूला. दैट इज V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. See, V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. I want to find out the S. What will be that? V square minus U square upon 2A. What is the value of V? We know that the value of V is this 16 square minus value of U, that is 6 square, 2 into value of acceleration, it's 1. Now what is the value of 16 square? It's 256. Okay, the value of square of 16 is 256. 6 square, 36 upon 2. What is 256 minus 36? 220, 660, 5 minus 3, 2. 2 as it is upon 2. Half of 220 is 110. This is how you get the displacement as same as how it was 110 meter. So it never, the answer changes if at all you are using this formula or this formula. You have to think first whatever is the content given to you, and for that which one is the most easiest way to solve the numerical. Again I am saying to solve the numerical is not a big thing. Slowly you just have to see what is given to you and what you have to use for doing the same thing. So I hope that you are able to understand what ma'am is saying. This is how you are getting 110 and 110 over here. So this is about the today's session. Try to recall what we did. In the beginning, we saw how if the distance is changing, we cannot apply the formula to V1, V2 upon V1 plus V2, the basic formula. Then we tried to derive about the average of three speeds U, V and W when they are traveling the same distance. What was the formula? The formula was 3UVW upon UV plus UW plus VW. Okay, this is when the object is moving same distance with three different speeds. After that, we discussed two numericals. That is this one. How? This is on the basis of equations of motion. U was given to you 36 km per hour, V as 54 km per hour, and acceleration was asked. V minus U by T you to apply, and simply you will get 1 meter per second square is the answer. Just you have to minus it, and the very first thing is the conversion into the SI units. I hope that this basic conversion concept is clear to you now. Then we discussed this numerical, that is bus got accelerates from its initial velocity of 6 meter per second to final velocity of 60 meter per second in the time interval of 10 seconds, and then you were asked the acceleration and the distance it has covered. For the acceleration, we quickly used A is V minus U by T. So A is 16 minus 6 by 10, 10 by 10, which comes up to 1 meter per second square. Then here, we tried to derive how. The equation doesn't matter. If at all, you can use this concept also and this also. That is, S is equals to UT plus half AT square also. And V square minus U square is equals to 2AS also. By both these things, you get the same particular answer. That is 110. Just note it down. I am giving you 1 minute to note this, both the sums. You will be given exactly 1 minute, not more than that, to note the sum. Very quickly note it down, and if you have not noted it, just take the screenshot of it. Okay, so this is all about the content of the day. With this, we depart with a small thought that confuse them with silence and amaze them with your actions. That's all for the content of the day. Thank you everyone for listening to me and have a good day. Bye-bye.